You got games on your phone?
We got gamers on our phones. We may have had some technical issues, but what's new?
It wouldn't be a stream without them, you know?
Truly. Tech issues are part of life, part of the magic.
For real, for real. But we're here now, and that's what matters. So welcome in. Thank you everyone for tuning in to Keepers of the Between Session 6.
Woohoo!
Poggers.
Halfway through a year.
And who do we have here? Oh my god, who is this next to me?
Is it me? Okay, good. I didn't have the stream up. Hi. It's me, Cass Plays, with 2 S's at the end. Twitch.tv/Cass Plays with 2 S's at the end. But yeah, I'm the DM. I DM here. I have DM'd in my life for about 2 years at this point. And I've been playing D&D for about 6 years. So I love it. And I also have a shirt today that says Dungeon Meowster on it.
Nice.
Oh my god.
I stole it from my husband.
As you should. As is your right.
But that's me.
Hi, thank you, mods, for the shout out. Who is this above me? Oh my god, look at that.
Whoa,
What a lovely green
whoa.
sweater.
Oh, thanks. I made it myself. I'm Honey. That's Honey_May. Final_, please. Stop raiding into Honey_May because that's not me. I am a new player. Monarchy is my first child, but not the last one, I bet. And I do some variety gaming. I do some art streams. I've been playing Claire Obscure, and it's like in my bloodstream at this point, that game. My goodness. And I'm in Australia, so it's 11:16 p.m. for me right now. But
And
we
she's had a
ball.
long day, so she's PNG tubing, and we support
Yeah,
her for
man.
that.
Yeah.
I really thought you were gonna say, and she's peeing.
Yeah, that's
She's peeing live.
Sorry.
She's
so
peeing
sorry.
right now, but actually that's only for the Patreon.
Yay.
Yeah.
Now, we
Yes,
have a new
yes,
face, technically, in the top right corner here. Look how cute.
Woo-woo.
Yeah. I'm Meru. I'm in my VTube form. I am a variety streamer who does a lot of RPGs. I am playing as the lovely Althea, who is my first ever D&D character, and I love her with my whole heart. If anything happens to her, I will actually be more entertained because I kind of like watching her die.
I mean, it's not the first time, so
Right?
It wouldn't be the first time, no. If you're wondering about that, we are currently in the process of uploading all of our previous sessions to YouTube. So if you're wondering what the hell happened with Althea, check this out after stream today, of course, because this is live, and the YouTube will be there until they ban me eventually for saying the word fuck.
But
There have been times where I had to edit the very first minute of a video just because we said the fuck word too often. It's fine if you say
isn't
it a
that
couple of times.
ridiculous?
It is. So I was saying ooh fucking woo, and I had to take away the fucking, so it just ooh ooh. It's great stuff.
you
Are you keeping
recreating that
track?
for us. I
Not
needed to hear that.
really. Like, so
we
far
have
I
a
haven't had issues yet, but I just know that issues may occur in the first 1 minute of the video, and after that it's only if someone is, petty enough.
Yeah.
So true.
So yeah, that's us. Oh yeah, also for anyone who's just tuning in here, I just always assume that who's here just is always been here, but if you're new here, hi, I'm Ilona Orlani, my pronouns are she, her, and I play Baldur's Gate and Dragon Age, and I like making characters and putting them in silly situations, and I just happen to have the silliest character, and I love that. I love all of these characters, and I'm so excited to be playing again with my wives.
How dare you say you're the silliest character when Margie's around?
True,
This is true.
but Margie is silly in a sassy way.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
We love her. We love her. But yeah, does anyone have anything else to share before we do proper character introductions? Because we have little screens and then
Um,
I just love you.
no, not really. Just I love my wives, and I'm excited. I'm so excited because, okay, just in case people don't know what happened last week, not last week, last month, we were meant to have our succession last month, but I was feeling unwell and really bad, and so the girls were like, you know what, let's take care of you, May, and then they did, and we didn't. So I was feeling so upset that we had to push this back, but I'm so happy that we can get to it again this month. I've been looking forward to it so much.
I just know it's going to be worth the wait. And you're also, oh,
Hello, Hello.
I'm sorry, I'm just
Should we
hearing TTS, and that's not supposed to
Oh,
happen.
Oh.
Did
Wait,
y'all
that
hear
happened to me too. The other day on stream, someone subbed mid D&D stream, and I heard the TTS, but there's no reason for that I had heard it.
Oh, I did see that. I saw that you heard it, but we didn't hear.
Yeah, and stream didn't hear it, but that happened to me too. I don't know how I heard it.
I don't know either because I don't even have Firebot in here.
Exactly.
Is it because I just have Firebot open?
I don't know.
It might be. You might have a
I might-
desktop
could
source
be.
that's capturing some sort of audio from your computer.
I
But
literally,
didn't
all,
mix it up.
the
PC.
only
that's
audio
so
I have here
weird,
is my
though.
mic, Spotify, and Discord.
Me, that's how I had it
If
set
you-
up. Oh, Lonnie, I am
if
so
you-
Weird.
This is
If
so
you
weird.
have
No
the
worries,
bot
Gruff. No
open, you will
worries.
hear it through the bot. Like that's where you'll hear it from. You don't need to like monitor an output. You'll hear it through the bot. So if you have Firebot up in the background, you're hearing it from the program. Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, so then maybe I'll go into my volume mixer and then I'll go into sounds. No?
Yes, you'll have to.
Yeah, I'll just mute Firebot for today. Open volume mixer. And then Firebot's just going to be
see.
muted for today. Please remind me of that, everyone. Yeah,
I'll
but
write a little
TTS
message
right
in
now
your-
is absolutely not an issue. We even have all of the alerts on the main screen, but we don't have it.
Mm.
We don't have it for the actual scenes because alerts can kind of like take us out of the RP, or if there's a really big moment and then someone plays a fart sound, it can. As funny as it
Lonnie,
is.
Don't read
Yeah,
this
don't-
message that I'm going to send you. Just keep it unopened, and then you can open it up after stream. But it's just your reminder to unmute.
Oh, okay,
Firebot.
okay. All right. Yeah, no
Yeah,
worries.
yeah,
Thank you. Love you. I
Love
will
you.
forget it for you. Thanks. Also, everyone, welcome in. There's so many people here, and y'all are fantastic. And I'll be
Yes, we love you and
chatting
miss
every once in a
you.
while, like in between. But let's go take a little look at our DM and her experiences, just real quick. I mean, I know that we already did introductions, but
Okay.
it's a cute
I'll
scene.
say something. Yeah. Hi, I'm Cass Plays with 2 S's. I said a little bit about my DM experience, but I also, specifically in this campaign, I think it's been really wonderful because we have started doing some like throwback episodes, exploring the backgrounds of all of our characters. So over on twitch.tv/castplays last Thursday, we explored Althea's backstory and how she what happened with her village, because she has a plague killed her family and her entire village, and so we kind of went through that and how she found the source of the plague and all that stuff. So we will be doing that with Boston and Manaki at some point coming up, and maybe even some guests too. Like, why not the guests that have been on, like Poe, or maybe something other than that. But anyway, that's me. I love D&D. Nom 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 nom. That's it.
Margie backstory when?
Oh yeah, me DMing my it's just me on stream.
No, let me DM you.
We will
on stream.
we will co-DM you.
Okay, that's so cute. Wait.
Okay, actually, that's really cute. We need to remember that.
Yeah, write it down. Write that down.
Write it down. Write it down. Yeah.
All right.
I
Thank
love
you
it.
very much, Cass. Did you know that I
Thank
love you?
I love you. Stop.
No, you. Hi everyone, I'm, like I said, Ilona Orlani, and my character over here is Baustin. He's my silly little 7'3" half elf, don't worry about the other half. And he's had to sit out the past 2 sessions because I was DMing. But he's back, and I'm so glad to be playing him again because I love him. And yeah, also the little guy in the corner there, that's Sefen. He's the sprite familiar because he's a warlock. And he basically has just as much lore as Boston because I don't know when the fuck to stop. So, hey. And yeah, I love him. He has 7 intelligence and he does his best. And Meru.
I'm going through a nauseous spell.
Oh,
I am
do you want Honey
Meru.
first?
Yeah, go to Honey first if you
Yeah,
can.
we'll do Honey first. Yeah.
It is I. This is Manaki. Look at him! Damn! He's amazing. He's fantastic. He's a fighter and he's a drow. But is he a drow? He clearly is. But he was raised by 2 lesbian orc mothers that dropped him on his head so many times that he's got 8 intelligence by physical by physical circumstances. He's cool. Well, at least he thinks that he's cool, or he would like to think that he's cool. Recently, he's gone through quite the emotional adjustment since being in this little group. Had a little bit of anxiety given to him at some point during Lonnie's DM session. Maybe we'll address that, maybe not, we'll see. He is very much into the skulls and like, you know, the kooky, creepy kind of sides of things, but he's a softie. He's a little, you know, baby boy on the inside, and he's obsessed with Boston and his beefcake. Anyways, and so we love him. We love to learn more about him.
I can't wait. I can't wait to be your lesbian moms.
That's so funny.
Can a mod quote that real quick?
Lesbian moms.
Like, plural
like
as
that.
well. I can't wait to be your lesbian moms.
That's funny. Yeah, so that's my boy.
That's our boy, and we love him. Meru, you good for the intro?
I'm good.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Get it.
I'm Meru. I am a adorable. My character, not me. I am an adorable cleric.
And you.
Dark. An adorable. Why am I forgetting? God, an adorable death domain. Dark cleric. Althea is cute as a button. She is 12 apples tall. Is that what we decided on? Why do I feel like 12 is way too short? 11 apples tall.
Shorter.
Still feels so short. Even shorter. Yeah.
God, I love her.
Slightly large apples.
Oh, slightly large apples. Not those small little cheap ass apples, man. Good voluptuous good apples, okay?
Yeah.
She just went through her one-shot D&D with our DM Cass the other day, and we went over her backstory, which was super dark and depressing, and I cried multiple times.
We learned so much about her and like how her mind works, and I love her.
It was so nice. It was the nicest thing going into.
It was so nice. I literally stayed up until 4:30 a.m. my time because I was like, I need to be there. I need to be there for that one.
Best wife.
And honestly, worth it. So worth it. 10 out of 10 would do it
Worth
again.
it. It was super fun doing it late at night.
I like bragged about how nice you were to stay up and mod for my channel. So much after the fact, Lonnie.
Trust me, it was all for my own benefit.
Oh, you're wonderful.
I'm just so selfish like that. But okay, so that's our characters. And then, of course, because I was the DM last time, I need to ask everyone, what is 1 or 2 things that you remember best from the last session? Because we're doing a little recap right now from what happened. What do you remember?
babies were sacrificed every single game.
Not the babies.
Misunderstanding that Monarchy had. I remember the white hair that was in the cauldron that we never got an answer to on stream. And then
Period.
I remember the funky, like, tree room vine thing that the lady put the box inside of. And then the nut that smelled like Boston. And then the nut that Manaki almost did in his I'm joking.
You're not
I'm
joking.
kidding. I'm not.
Honey remembered
That's
way
fine.
more than I did.
What do
No,
you
the keys-
remember, Meryl?
You gotta
What do you mean,
remember.
I don't remember.
What, do you remember the hand? Do you remember the hand?
Oh, I remember the hand. I remember the
I
hand.
fucking hope you do.
That was what I remember the most. That's like my
The sapphic hand
most,
thing.
yeah.
Mm.
So
Sapphic
good.
hand. I'll be doing something with that hand, so I better remember.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Is it
that's
added
the
to your
wrong
inventory?
hand. I thought.
I should have
right,
added it.
remember that.
Oh yeah, you do need to add it to your inventory. For context, Mary chopped off the bad guy's, the evil lady's hand at the, or I actually, Margie chopped it off, and then Althea took it as like a fun little knickknack, the dead person's hand. You know?
I would consider that a
Thing.
fun Althea knickknack, indeed.
Period.
Sure. As a DM, I'm delighted. As a person, I'm mildly horrified. Cass, what do you remember from last session?
Well. I remember that Florand was super racist to Manaki, and his and his drow ways called him a dark elf, which was a big sad moment for Manaki. The anger that bubbled up was so immediate.
I almost killed him on the spot.
Absolutely. I remember that
You
both
should've.
of you in fact took books from the library that they said we shouldn't take books from or take stuff from, and you like totally did. I remember that the nut, this the nut sling, the nut sling. Do you remember your nut sling?
The nut.
Yeah, I got that. I have that equipped. I should have that equipped. Yes, I do.
Yeah, so we have a magical nut sling that Manaki has, that has different types of magical nuts that have different things that they do when you sling them. It's like a sling, the item, a sling from D&D.
Can I read out the little description thing that you guys added to it?
Oh,
Not the
yeah,
full
I'll-
thing, because it's
That
way too
Cass
long.
did.
It's really long.
I can't take any kind of credit for it.
Okay,
And my
I'll explain.
husband made the item in D&D Beyond so that it's really usable. Shout out.
Shout out to our
God
husband-in-law.
bless.
Let's
Wait,
go,
what's
husband.
husband-in-law? So it says, Mary was so cute. I love you.
That's our husband.
This plain
It
leather
is.
sling has been hand decorated with intricate carvings and golden embellishments, illustrating a tableau of various nuts. Accompanying the sling is a small leather pouch, similarly decorated. You have a +2 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with the magic weapon, and your normal range is 60 feet instead of 30 feet. Yeah, anyways, and then it tells me the types of nuts that I have. I have 5 charges per day.
Wait, just say the names of the nuts, because the names of the nuts get me lit.
Okay, I'll say it, but I want to put on a voice for it.
Period.
Fire nut, stunning nut, bouncing nut, and icy nut.
The bouncing nut. That's so.
Oh my God.
So dumb. I love it.
When I was looking, so I made, similar to how Althea has a young character sheet now, I made one for Boston as well. And as I was looking through cantrips, I was like, bouncing nuts, huh? Since when is that a cantrip? And then I realized it's from the nut sling. It was so cute.
Oh,
So yeah,
Either way, you just
Manaki is gonna nut all over the place.
yeah.
This is
So excited for that.
Oh my god.
All right, yeah, I would say that that's honestly pretty much
Yeah.
the exact description of what happened, unless chat wants to add something as well, of course. What does chat
Mhm.
remember? Because sometimes things just stick with chat that we don't remember. We had, of course, the cubes.
The cube.
Yes,
That was
cubes.
incredible.
The cubes ended up being a
20
whole
or 40
episode on
minutes.
YouTube. Like an actual hour.
So
Oh
D
my
and D.
God, I can't believe
So
it was that
D and
long.
D. I have never heard a statement more accurate into every D and D experience.
I made a
I had to
cube.
explain to a
like,
friend about the nut incident. I mean, the cube incident.
The Vine Kanku has not been mentioned yet, but I'm glad that she
Oh.
was very memorable.
So good.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Remind me, Lonnie, what happened to Poe in the second half? Because, we didn't have Lay for that second session. So what canonically happened to Poe? I forgot that.
He accidentally gave his name to a fey creature and was basically just bound to their service for the night. So he was just kind of like chilling and he couldn't help us or you.
I love
Chaperone.
I love that. In my head, it was definitely one of those moments where like this really beautiful, was it a woman that asked for that, like got his name,
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
I like the idea that like it was just like this really beautiful woman went up to Poe and was like, "Can I please have your name?" And then Poe got really flustered and just was like, affirmative or something, like some beautiful line like from a poem, and then he was gone.
I remember that poem, the affirmative poem.
Yeah,
Yes.
I don't know why I said affirmative. I was like going full like Cyberman from Doctor Who for a second, but
Yeah, cyberpunk. Affirmative.
Affirmations.
Target locked in.
anyway, sorry.
So yeah, so that's why Poe couldn't join on the second half of that. But yeah, I would say that that's honestly a very good recap. And I'm gonna give the reins to Cass because I am now playing.
It's good to be back. It's good to be back, baby. I'm sorry. All right, beautiful. So we pick up right where we left off. The group has just we had previously all gotten into the vehicle. What is the it was a carriage, right?
The carriage.
Lonnie, how does
the vehicle didn't have a name, but it was just a toad that pulled you along on the toad road.
Yes, a toad. The toad on the toad road. In our little carriage that the toad hops along with us inside of, which is so cute. We had just left Florent. He kind of like decided to walk his way down this like long road away from the estate. We all it's Margie there, Manaki, Althea, and Poe is there as well. Also Bowie, Margie's little manta ray steel defender is still with the group as well. Everyone kind of piles back into the carriage, and sorry, there we go. I had to scroll in my Google Doc. And kind of once everyone's inside, it does kind of like start to carry you guys down the road. You quickly catch up to and pass Florent. And as you're kind of going, Margie starts to pull a few drops of water from the tip of her trident. She clutches the pearl that hangs from the silver chain around her neck and mutters something under her breath. You get the idea. Easily enough, the two of you that are casters, that she is casting a spell with a material component. She is casting the spell Identify, which she tells you afterwards. And she kind of explains that if you guys stay here in this carriage, eventually this frog will take you all the way home. So she kind of like sleepily cuddles up with Bowie, her little steel defender, and kind of like shuts her eyes as she like lays her head on the side of the carriage. You guys do have a bit of a moment here as you kind of like look out at the sunset and it's kind of fading away in the like over in the horizon. Manaki and Althea, to discuss anything that you want to before you reach home, before you get back to Boston, etc. Margie is still there, so if you want to ask Margie things too, she's still there. But I really wanted to give you two the opportunity to talk about anything you wanted to before you get back to Boston.
There was actually something that I remember from the previous session where something was offered to us and Manaki refused. And I forgot what it was.
Stefan
But I
offered you
remember that.
gold in order to keep your mouth shut about
Oh,
something you learned at the end of the session.
Right.
Yes.
Where is Sven right now?
He's just in the carriage. He's just chilling. I can roleplay him, or I can just give you all your moment if you want.
Okay. Althea?
I'm trying to think.
It's okay if you don't have anything you want to talk about. I just truly wanted to give you the opportunity in case you did.
Oh, bless
Hey,
you.
Althea, what
Althea's
are you
just like
doing with
covered
that
in
hand?
blood right now. Oh, what am I doing with this hand? Oh,
It's a bit curious.
yeah, just the normal. I gotta get become so used to pulling out my fan. I gotta get Althea's little a little VTuber.
Oh my god, you do. You truly need it.
Just nothing you need to worry about right now. Don't worry about a thing.
Okay, do you have any other hands in your collection, or is this the first one?
I think I don't know if you would benefit from knowing how many hands I have. I don't want to
okay.
I don't want to startle you away. So
is this kind of like my nut collection kind of thing?
yeah, totally like a collection. I
Okay.
would 100% say it's similar. Yeah, maybe we could go through our collection sometime.
Oh, that would be so awesome. Manaki this entire time has been looking for any opportunity to get closer to Althea, and he in his mind thinks that the two of them are best. So even though he's like slightly freaked out by the concept of counting hands, as opposed to counting nuts, he's going to do it with enthusiasm because it's Althea. Heads up, guys.
Althea, give me just a quick insight check. Althea.
Hold on.
And can I roll against it?
Actually, you cannot. You cannot roll against it.
Damn it.
Oh my god, where did this just go? I just moved it. Hold on.
Take your time. This is the first roll I've asked for in the session, to be fair, and we all forgot probably that we had to do things other than just sit here and love each other. Because I do constantly.
I'm literally just sitting here dissociating with your DM is not currently hosting a game session.
Oh, you need to
Wait,
refresh. I also had to do
play.
that.
What the hell?
I know it's me. I literally need to reload the page.
Wait, who put Margie with a heart on there? What the hell?
Because we didn't get to introduce her because it was your DM introduction.
Oh yeah, that's me. That's Margie. That's my player character that I played while Lonnie was DMing, and now she's just a fun little friend that they get to have.
She's so adorable, and she has a southern accent, and I love her.
She sounds like this, and she was really wondering about that nut collection, but she didn't want to interrupt the moment.
What am I doing a check for? Deception?
Insight. I'm looking for an insight check from you.
Insight. First roll of the day is a 4. It's an 8.
Still with an 8. You're not really sure what, but you're kind of sure that Manaki is trying to get to look at your hand collection because he has ill intentions.
What?
That's what you truly believe, Althea.
Okay. Got it. Okay, so at this point, Althea would be retreating. Althea would step back a little bit and be like, yeah.
We're in the carriage.
Maybe.
So
she's like scooching. She's scooching closer to Margie, like, oh god.
She's scooching closer to Margie, which is always a plus, I'll be honest. She'll be like, yeah, maybe at some point we can do that. Yeah.
God damn it. Oh, my plans have been foiled. This is me as Honey saying this right now. Oh my god. I'm gonna have to put in so much work for them to be best friends.
Whoops.
Okay. On our way back home, do you have anything else, Althea?
No, nothing for me. Oh wait,
Cool.
maybe. No. For now, no, nothing.
Okay, cool.
No?
Perfect.
Okay.
As you guys as everyone like finishes their like brief conversations and like you all kind of settle into the quiet, it is very beautiful as like you look out like the carriage windows. It gets a bit overwhelming, the sunset, and like, are any of you watching out the carriage window like as you go, or like are you like closing your eyes? Are you resting? Like how are you guys in this moment? Like Margie has definitely like cuddled up to Bowie and is like a little snoring in the corner of the carriage.
I will probably have fallen asleep,
Love.
but like not leaning on anyone. Maybe leaning a little bit on Margie, just a little bit. Not that Margie would ever notice because Margie's asleep.
Yeah, Margie's asleep. And as you kind of like try to sleep, you find just flashes of just like pangs of just fear, guilt, anger, just things that just at the moment you're about to like hit that rest moment that we have canonically said, in just for anyone in chat, although she is an elf, Althea has overcome and has figured out a way to sleep sometimes, because Althea just loves the idea of sleep, just to clarify. She's built different, exactly.
Althea's an app girly.
But as you kind of like try to do what you normally do, every time you're just about to hit that like unconsciousness, you're just like hit with like a pang of like something that like jolts you awake. But that's what you get.
Oh.
Manaki, what are you doing?
Manaki is like, he's kind of like leaning forward in his seat, and his like fingers are resting in like a temple, kind of like in between his legs, and he's like deep in thought. Like
Yeah.
this is like the first time where he's really like questioned anything really, because he's got any intelligence. But I guess like
Aww.
like Boston and the warden and like
Yeah.
Sven as well, because like for him at this point, like he's only had good intentions, and he's
Absolutely.
only ever really tried to put an effort to like, I don't know, in his very socially awkward manner, because he was never really raised with anyone of his age, and he's never really met anyone that he's like fallen in love with before, and he's still processing those emotions. Like this is something that's kind of breaking his trust a little, and also the way that like Sven has kind of tried threatening him as well to like not dig deeper. So Banaki is just in like, he's kind of just like tearing himself apart on the inside a little bit. There's a lot of frustration there. There's a lot of like just like confusion. He's just experiencing bad emotions for the first time, probably in his life.
Our poor boy. I'm heartbroken.
And he doesn't know how to deal with it, so he's just silent, and he's just like brooding a little bit.
Absolutely. Poor boy. Okay, as you brood,
Rude.
you kind of like look out the window of this carriage. The sunset kind of like fades away into flecks of gold, and you get hit very suddenly with like the smell of spring. The carriage kind of rolls to a stop and lets you out at the front steps of your home. The home that the warden gave to you and your friends, the keepers of the between. And yeah, you kind of come to this very Victorian-esque manor that lays in the middle of a sweeping garden and its surrounding forests. The time of day suggests pretty late evening. There's like just the whisper of like a golden sunset, making the golden filigree that decorates the house almost glow in the darkness that kind of surrounds everything. And on the doormat of the house, you see Mr. Cat curled up, kind of like peeking through one eye as you guys kind of approach. as you all pile out of the carriage, he kind of like wakes up slowly, arching his back with a big dramatic yawn as you kind of get out of the carriage, and the frog carriage again kind of like pulls away and it goes down the driveway again. He kind of says, "Ah, finally! I had missed you all while you were gone. There's some mail, but including a letter from Poe. He departed from the domain earlier this afternoon. Also, Boston's kind of been a little lonely without you guys. Well, you guys, meaning Manaki and Althea and Sven. But I told him about you, Margie, and he's really excited to meet you and hear how it all went. But he's actually gone to bed already, so I thought maybe you might want to read your mail and talk to Boston in the morning. So, you know, because you guys look really gross. You should probably take a bath and go to bed or something." And as he's saying all of this, he's kind of like walking down the stairs very slowly and like coming and like rubbing up against your legs and like sitting really cute, just like at your guys' feet, like looking up at you. The like flames that make up his body just kind of like quietly like lapping like against the air as he like looks up at you really with like big round eyes.
Oh my god. Althea will immediately be on that, man. Petting.
Oh, he's just big purrs.
Where's my little... Where the hell is this thing? I can't figure it. There we go.
Oh. Stop. I'm losing my mind.
Oh,
That's brilliant.
incredible. Just incredible.
Oh my god.
Ah, thank you so much for doing that.
That was really important.
Incredibly.
Manaki is like going to just like kind of just like brush past everyone and like head inside. He's gonna ignore the letter for now. And he's going to head towards like the room, our room, I guess, with Boston in it.
Absolutely.
Boston's asleep, right?
My question, I guess for Lonnie at this point then would, after like today of Boston kind of just like hanging around, doing things around the house, where would Boston have turned in for the night?
He would have gone to bed in Manaki's room because, for context, for anyone that doesn't know, something funky went on with the house that we have. So Boston's door leads to Manaki's room. So he would have gone to bed there.
Beautiful. Perfect. So you go to your room, Manaki, and you find Boston just like there sleeping away. I don't know if Boston snores, but if he does, he's snoring.
Probably.
Okay. Banaki, I guess, like kind of pauses at the door and is like observing, and he's like super still. He's like barely moving. And then after like a moment, he kind of like breaks out of this like trance, I guess, and he heads towards where the fireplace is, which is not lit. And he goes over towards his nut box. And he's taking the key that he gave Althea a while back. He opens up the nut box to get her doom box out, just in case anyone forgot where it was kept. It was kept inside my nut box.
It was scary.
It was scary. A little bomb in the room, you know. Closing the lid, locking it again. He like leaves the room and he returns back to, I guess, like the foyer where Mr. Cat and Althea's probably still at, receiving lots of pets.
Dual
and
hanging.
Yeah, like
the box.
oh yeah.
Oh, thank
Althea?
you.
Yeah, just in case you forgot. Though I don't think that you would. Are you going to bed soon, or are you gonna read your letter?
Yeah, I'll probably read some some stuff some stuff before I go to bed, but yeah, are you planning on heading off to sleepies?
I think I might just go for a bit of a walk, you know, to that lake that's outside for a bit.
Do you want me to wake Boston up?
No, that's okay. That's all right. He's asleep. He was snoring so loudly that the nuts inside the nut box was like shaking. So I think that he should stay asleep.
Okay.
Okay.
I would say that Mara would. I'm not Mara. I would say that Althea would try to join Manaki at this point, but I'm still hesitant after the information that Cass gave me earlier. The DM, my insight check. So Althea is still
Yeah.
wary. Althea's just watching.
Margie would have like come into the house and like been like, okay, so I'm gonna go in my room for a second, but I'm not going to bed because I actually have something to work on, and then I'm gonna be back out, and I actually have something that I need to give you, Althea, but I also have to go make it really fast. And also, Sven, don't go to bed, or I will be in fact sad. Okay.
Oh, and Sven.
I mean, he is also there. He's small, but of course you wouldn't see him then.
Yeah, but seeing like specifically calling out Sven is very cute.
It's interesting. He's quite intrigued, I would say. Like he's quite round as well because he's been eating cubes all evening. So and he's just standing there.
Cute.
Okay. Rotund Sven.
Yes.
Margie also, and if anyone wants to come to my room and hang out while I tinker, you're welcome to come if you want. But no, no pressure.
Oh.
Whoa, not like that.
Whoa, I can't.
Whoa. Oh my god.
Sent malfunction while Cass pogs. Sorry. Yeah, so Margie will kind of like invite everyone, but then also just like go. Like she's not very good at like social cues and seeing what people need as well. So she like invites you all, but then also just kind of like heads off down towards her room. And if any of you want to go, that's fine. That's also great too.
Okay, Cass, I sent you a little DM. Manaki's gonna go for his little walk to the little lake that's next to the house.
Gorgeous, perfect. All right.
I'll go walk.
Wonderful. You go out. There's like multiple. There's like little ponds. There's like bigger lakes. There's like one bigger lake that you know of that's off to one of the sides of the house, just not like down a little bit of a path. Mr. Cat, like, here's your intention of going towards a lake, and you do kind of notice as you're walking out in the night towards this lake. He kind of like walks out with you and just sits and just chirps a bit like on the porch. And as you're walking, you do kind of notice that there are some like small like fireflies, but like literally flies made of fire that kind of light your way like down the path all the way to this little lake.
Oh wow. That's
and he just kind of like he calls after you and he's like, I'll miss you while you're gone.
Okay. Manaki's like kind of zoned out, if I'm being honest, like full disassociating at this point. So he kind of like flicks his hand back, just to kind of be like, I heard you. But he's like nonverbal, and he continues down the path off into the darkness.
Off into the darkness. I love it.
Darkness.
What are you doing, Althea, with your evening?
After Althea is all done petting the ever-loving shit out of this cat, Althea would probably pick him up.
Absolutely.
And
he comes back inside from like seeing Manaki out, gets some more love from you. You pick him up, like as you hold him, like the black flames that kind of make up his body like kind of like lap around your fingers, and like there's some part of you that's like, I should be getting burned, but you don't. It's just the way he's made, and like it doesn't hurt you. He's very warm, but he's not like hurting you in any way or anything like that.
Oh my god, Althea's like obsessed, and she'll probably kind of like trail around the house until lurking outside of Margie's door for a little while, maybe thinking about going inside.
As you like approach her door. It's like wide open. And you can see like the threshold of the room where it's like, because her room, as we've described previously, is just completely underwater. So you see the doorway, like where the archway is, like you just see that threshold, and then past it, you see like just a wall of water that you could just like walk into potentially.
Why do I keep forgetting that Margie's whole tap room is water?
And you do hear her and like some little tools kind of like tinkering away. And it's kind of strange because it is kind of like muffled by like coming through this like water. It's a very interesting sound as you're kind of like just creeping down the hallway a bit.
Althea will probably just like sit outside, but ultimately not make that jump through the water. I don't know if Margie would insight check see Althea just sitting there watching her.
Let me perceive. Let me perceive really quick. Wait, how do I roll dice? I always forget how to DM. On D&D Beyond.
So
every damn time.
You pick up a dice and then you check it.
Fucking hell.
And
Shucks.
whatever the number is on the top, not the sides, is the number.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna end the session here, guys. We're done for now. No.
Bye. I'm the DM now.
All right.
Everyone gets 12 million billion gold.
Ah, shucks. I rolled a 4. So
Instead.
Margie does not, in fact, notice that you're kind of like down the hall. You can even like get pretty close to the door, and you can tell that she doesn't notice. As you kind of like look just around her room, you definitely see her like the bed that's made of a clamshell, and then the smaller version of another bed made of a clamshell next to it, and Bowie is like curled up, like sound asleep in his little clamshell bed. And you peek around the corner, and you see Margie tinkering away at a little workbench that's inside, like her head down, like one of those like welding masks over her face, and she is kind of like bzz, like you do see like some sparks like happening and then like quickly fizzling out. You're so confused how this is working underwater, but she seems like she's got it.
Oh my god, Althea's just in a trance. Althea likes all things cool and magical, especially when done by human hands, because she's been so far removed from people for so long.
Well, I'm a sea elf, but...
I was about to say.
Humanoid.
I spoke!
No, I'm sorry. I love being that little stinker. But anyway, yeah, so after a little bit, she kind of like sits up, like has like one thing in one hand and another thing in one hand, and she's like, all right. And she like gets up. Do you like move? Like, do you try to like not make it look like you've just been like here the whole time? Because you get the idea that you're about to like be seen by her. So you can do something if you would like to quickly.
I just look creepy at her.
It is still like literally hanging from the ceiling. How long has it been since this is all started? Like, how long are you working?
That's a great question. Let me pull up Margie's character sheet really quick. Oh, see, when I search Margie in just my search bar and Margie's character sheet doesn't auto pop up, I'm about to lose it.
Oh, wood.
Because I'm curious how this ability works, actually, because I can do that, because this is a real, actual playable character and not... okay, here we go. Blah, 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 blah. I'm going to say she's only been working for, I would say like 30, 45 minutes, not super long time. It seems like the magical parts of what she did were very quick, but it seems like constructing the actual item that she was imbuing with magic was what took her a bit of time.
Okay, maybe at this point, Althea would be kind of just like entranced with petting the cat and just like lying there and just staring up at the ceiling. So she would have gotten sidetracked within 25 minutes for sure and just forgotten to get up.
Absolutely. And you're
So-
just like laying on the floor. The cat is like also like like you're on the floor and the cat is on your chest, like standing on your chest, like staring down at you and like giving you like rubbing his head on your face every once in a while. Like especially like your chin. He just likes curling up around your neck.
My God.
You've just killed Althea.
Literally, Althea's like, she's on another level with this. She's in love. And she is entranced, so she
Beautiful.
won't notice any Margie
I love it.
activities.
As you're kind of laying there on the floor, Margie does kind of like come out of her room. As you like you hear her like step out, you hear like maybe 1 or 2 drips of water hit the ground. But as you look up, you do see that like as she steps out of the water, there is some sort of magical force, perhaps built in. You're magically in tune, perhaps built into like the door itself. That when you step out of the water, you do get kind of like magically dried. And she kind of like looks down at you laying on the floor and she is like, oh, and she like quickly puts her arms behind her back and she's like, okay, so wow, you look so cute on the floor. Look at you cuddling with that little cat. Okay, I have something for you. Just as a thank you for being so kind to me. If that's okay.
Althea like gets up. Well, not gets up. Well, yeah, no, gets up. I mean, she's so short. She gets up and she's like, "Oh, hi, Margie. Yeah. What do you have? What do you have for me?"
Okay, so I have some. I'm good at making little magic things, and so I just really quickly made this for you. And she holds out on like a pretty simple chain, a small charm, and the charm itself resembles like a glass sphere filled with a small scene. There's a tiny it's like a tiny version of a snow globe. However, inside, twirling around each other as if in an eternal current, sway a trident and a shield, while iridescent sparkles and an almost black soot kind of slowly fall within the globe as you kind of like shake it a bit in your hands.
Oh. Althea will immediately put down the cat. Oop. Oh, God. All my hotkeys. Oh, okay. God. All my hotkeys. I just started to print Lona's stream page. Just print the entire page. Okay.
Period.
Okay.
I just print
it. That's how I watch streams. Althea will put down the cat and immediately take this little snow globe trinket and start playing around with it, looking at it, and just be in awe. Whoa, man. Oh my God. Althea won't even know what to say. She'll just become totally entranced.
Well, and Margie like is pretty also entranced. She loves her own inventions. She loves being an artificer. It is one of her favorite things in the entire world. And as you kind of get entranced with it, she also kind of like it's like you're holding it together almost, because she'll be like, oh, and if you shake it, look how like the and if you turn it all around, like the things inside, like it's still a snow globe, but the trident and the shield are always still just, you know, like suspended. I really love just tinkering with magic. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Oh God, I love her.
Thank you for making this. Is this for me? Are you just showing me? Are you showing everyone? Should I get the others?
No, it's just for you. Just, I really appreciate Manaki, but, I'm just a little nervous sometimes of Manaki's intentions. So I just wanted to make this for you because I really, ever since Manaki took that book, I've just been really worried about what if he's doing something nefarious. So I really wanted to make this for you as a thank you, because you've been really just so sweet and so welcoming to me. And it's really just, I don't know, it's just made me feel so welcome here. So thanks.
I'm burning that book. Sorry, I'm burning your smut book for you.
We do have ads starting in a sec, so I don't know if you want to
You want to pause?
continue the scene.
Yeah, we can pause.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right, because
Then we'll
this
come back.
seems like an okay moment to
Back.
pick back up, so we can all think
Yeah.
like, what is going on here?
Ah.
Okay, we will be back in about 3 minutes. It says ads starting soon, but they're probably gonna start as soon as I start complaining about it. Meh. No? Okay. Well, we'll be back in 3-ish minutes. Thank you very much for hanging out, and if you're enjoying it, stay.